Hey guys, Kitty here. So for this video, we're going to be farming Wailing Caverns. Wailing Caverns, of course, located in Northern Barrens, right over here. Now, Wailing Caverns is set up into two sections, the left section and the right section. I prefer doing the left section only. It cuts the time dramatically, roughly by like 2 to 3 minutes. You only do the left section compared to doing the whole dungeon. But obviously, that choice is yours. You can do whichever route you prefer, and I will be showing the whole route, so the whole dungeon. The WC is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. The layout is not too difficult once you get the hang of it. You pretty much just, if you're clearing the left side, just go ahead and clear all the dinosaurs in the center. These dinosaurs are the ones that drop the DV hatchling, so keep that in mind. That is a battle pet that you can cage and sell. Now, besides the deviate hatchling, some things that you want to look out for are the ceremonial leather loincloths. Now, that's going to be the biggest item you get from here. Those roughly sell anywhere between 200k to 50k. I think the most expensive one I've ever actually sold was 88k. So definitely keep a lookout for those. Those are very good items to sell. Some of the other pieces that you want to keep a lookout for are prospector gear, barbaric gear, aboriginal gear, um, war torn, war paint, mystic, blood splattered, and the grizzly jerkin. All of those pieces do sell very well and very fast. That is one of my favorite things about WC, is that the items do sell generally fast in my experience. So at this point, I like to join a group and lead, get that timer going. This is the method and the way I prefer doing it. If you want, you can just run out and reset. If you're unfamiliar with this method, I made a video on it, and I'll link it down below so you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. Now, like I said earlier, this left side is definitely the more mob condensed side compared to the right side. So if you just want to do some fast, quick runs, definitely do the left side. Each run should take you about 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes depending, with the Bear Tartar nerf. Run times, of course, are a little bit longer, and I usually do this on a druid. Now at this point, this is the end of the dungeon. If you're only doing the left side, you can either leave or continue to do the full dungeon. Now for the second half of the video, I'm going to talk about my data collection from 100 runs of WC. Now, if you are unfamiliar, I do a Reddit series where I data collect all of the loot and notable drops from 100 runs of all of the dungeons. Now, before we start, a little disclaimer. I did these 100 runs of WC before 8.0 and before the Bear Tartar nerfs, so times will be different. As with every type of farming, RNG is always a factor. This is my RNG, and if I were to do 100 runs again, I would get completely different results. This is just a data collection and a little guideline to help show you what you can expect from WC. So the total runtime for 100 runs of WC took me roughly 7.7 hours, or just under 8 hours, with every 10 runs or one lockout taking roughly 46 minutes. Now this was on a druid using Bear Tartar, but like I said, this was before the Bear Tartar nerf, so expect runtimes to be a little bit longer. For each lockout, I usually did 5 runs doing only the left side and 5 runs doing the entire dungeon. If I happened to be doing a LAC while I was doing WC, I would do all 10 runs for the full dungeon. Now, of course, doing the full dungeon will give you more raw currency as well as more boss drops, since there are more bosses on the right side. More boss drops equals more blues, which equals more enchanting mats. One thing to keep in mind, after 8.0 and the addition of legacy loot, you will get more boss drops, which means more blues, which means even more enchanting mats. Now, this is a bad thing if you like selling enchanting mats, because that means more enchanting mats you get, more enchanting mats on the market, lower prices for enchanting mats. The next part will consist of materials, currency, and vendor degrees. Now, the two cloths that you'll be getting from WC, linen cloth and wool cloth. After 100 runs, I obtained 879 linen cloth with an average of 88 per lockout, and 1035 wool cloth with an average of 104 per lockout. After 100 runs, linen cloth and wool cloth brought in roughly just over 1000 gold with an average of 100 gold per lockout. If you were to bring an enchanter to disenchant the greens and blues you decide to not keep or sell, you would get Strange Dust, Rich Illusion Dust, Greater Eternal Essence, and Large Brilliant Shards. After 100 runs, I obtained 179 Strange Dust with an average of 18 per lockout, 254 Rich Illusion Dust with an average of 25 per lockout, 243 Greater Eternal Essence with an average of 24 per lockout, and 428 Large Brilliant Shards with an average of 43 per lockout. Now, like I said, this was before 8.0 and before Legacy was brought into the game, so if you were to do it now, expect a lot more enchanting mats. With the prices at the time of running WC using US region market value average, enchanting would bring in, after 100 runs, roughly 4,000 to 6,000 gold, or 400 to 600 gold per lockout. Just by vendoring the grays and looting the raw currencies from the mobs, I was able to get just over 3,200 gold with roughly 320 gold per lockout. For the notable drops, I'm only going to list the top 5 items that gave me the most looted item value. If you want to see the full list of all of the notable drops that I received, you can check out the data collection Reddit post, which I'll be posting down below. The top 5 items was Aboriginal Loincloths, Barbaric Loincloth, Idiot Hatchling, Barbaric Cloth Robe, and Ceremonial Leather Loincloths. I ended up getting 4 Aboriginal Loincloths, which have an individual US region value of 6,720 gold, totaling 26,880 gold. I got 3 Barbaric Loincloths with an individual value of 9,022 gold, with a total value of 27,066 gold. I ended up getting 3 Deviant Hatchlings for an individual value of 9,717 gold and a total value of 29,151. I got 4 Barbaric Cloth Robes with an individual value of 11,469 and a total value of 45,876. And for my last piece and my biggest item, I ended up getting 6 Ceremonial Leather Loincloths with an individual value of 20,460 and a total value of 122,760. Like I said earlier, these values are based off of US region market value average. Every server has different prices, so your server prices will always vary. So, what does all of this mean? In total, from 100 runs, I obtained 405,577 gold worth of items. 10,100 gold came from materials and currency plus vended grays, and 395,477 gold came from Transmog. On average, I obtained 40,558 gold per 10 runs. And of course, all of this is looted item value based off of US region market value average. Overall, I think WC's a really good dungeon. You can choose which route you want to go, which allows you to determine how long you want to spend doing the dungeon. Like I said earlier, I did a mix of left side and full clear, and I found that doing the full clear added a few extra minutes to the time. I wouldn't recommend doing a full clear, and I would just recommend sticking to the left side in the center, because that's where I got the most notable drops. One thing I do like about WC is that it offers a wide variety of transmog, including ceremonial leather loincloth, which is the most sought after piece. Another bonus of WC is that it offers a battle pet, the Deviant Hatchling, which is always a bonus. Overall, I think WC is a great dungeon and I would recommend it for anyone who wants to farm transmog. If you've made it this far, I want to say thank you. This is the first time I've made a video on these data collection posts, and hopefully I'll get better at doing them. I plan on making a video for all of the previous data collection posts I've done and all of the future ones. This is also a great way on how to learn how to transmog farm from all of the dungeons. If you didn't know or weren't aware, I've been streaming the whole process of all of these data collection posts on Twitch, as well as many other farms. You're more than welcome to stop by, chill, say hi, or ask a question. The Twitch is going to be linked down below, but it's the same as my name, Kittymowwmow. Like always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.